Welcome to the channel. My name is Matthias. Today we're going to talk about Cable Issue 4, written by Fabian Nicieza, and killer art by Art Thibert. So here we have very much a continuation or a overlap with stuff that's happening in X-Force. Also impacts this series. So in X-Force issues 22 and 23, we had like the reformation of Cable's six-pack. Cable has been farted out of the timeline. He had gone to the future with Kane to try to find a cure and fix up his old friend Hammer, who, after a mission that went south, he was left in a wheelchair. Hammer obviously has a real axe to grind with Cable. He's completely oblivious over the fact that Cable's trying to fix him and find a cure for him. But the thing is that's why he's helping Domino and Grizzly find Cable, find X-Force. Also, we have Copycat, who is tagging along because he knows the whereabouts, possibly, of where X-Force are. That's why Domino didn't kill her. First time she was able to find her. For those who don't know, Copycat had literally copied Domino, took her place on X-Force, being the right-hand gal for Cable, under the orders of Tolliver, who was this evil crime boss, also the employer of Deadpool, who later on we're going to discover is or was Cable's son, Tyler. Future Genesis, who's going to get killed by Wolverine when he tries to give him back his adamantium. But let's get back to this story. So I really like the dynamic that we have here because Domino really hates Copycat, but she needs her. Now, Copycat is a really interesting metamorph because he takes the identity of the person, not only their appearance. So she has a real hard time being around Domino in the first place. Further in the story, when they find Cable, Copycat's going to jump into his arms because she was in love with them. They had spent a lot of time together. And Cable's like, "Who the hell are you?" And he's astounded to discover that Domino had an imposter during that whole time. Now, this particular issue actually starts with Cable and Kane body sliding, able to escape the wreckage of Grey Malekith under the sea to Cable's home in the Swiss Alps. There we have GW Bridge waiting for them. He was like an antagonist to Cable and X-Force prior to this, and also a member of Cable's original six-pack. But what happens after a brief little scuffle and some creative mediation from Kane, they're able to bury the hatchet, make peace with each other. They're going to try to find X-Force. Also, Cable discovers that X-Force are sort of responsible for the destruction of his space base, Grey Malekith. Also, as a C-plot to this story, they're setting up Sincere to be like the big bad. I have the feeling that they're setting up Sincere to be actually Mr. Tolliver, Tyler back from the dead, that he got all these cybernetic augmentations, but obviously this wasn't the fact. Also, Sincere as a villain never made much of an impact on this run. But let's get back to Cable. So Cable and the six-pack end up crossing paths at a site where they thought they were going to find X-Force. Obviously, they had moved to another place way out in the desert. The thing is that Hammer wastes no time. He tries to kill Cable on the spot using these electric-powered tentacles coming out of his Super Winnebago. It sounds stupid, but it's pretty cool. But again, I really like the fact that they show Kane to be the mediator. He talks Hammer down. He tells him that they have brought technology from the future that's going to be able to be grafted to his spine. He's going to be able to walk and move again. And this really shocks Hammer at first, but after that he tells them, "Look, I don't want to become a machine like you guys. I don't want to become basically a monster. If I go down the path that you guys are already on, I don't want to become a soulless robot." And it's a pretty sick burn there. And it's very interesting because way further down the line, Kane is going to get more and more cybernetic implants, and this is going to happen to Kane as a character, as Weapon X. So we're gonna leave this video here. I hope you guys liked it. See you guys next time.